Richard Lloyd Parry. He's actually the Asia editor for The Times. He's lived in Tokyo for 16 years. Thank you, sir, for speaking with us under these unfortunate circumstances. Tell us, you were actually in an office on the 7th floor, I understand, in central Tokyo. What happened when this 8.9 magnitude quake struck?
Well, the earthquake began as many such tremors do. I mean, living in Japan, one gets used to these every few months. There was actually one yesterday about the same time, which rattled and then faded away after about 20 or 30 seconds. But this one just kept getting stronger. The windows were rattling, the walls were shaking. I looked out of my window and I could see an adjacent building, a 7 or 8 story building, beginning to move from side to side. So I decided then it was time to get under my desk, where I cowered while the earthquake played itself out. It felt a very long one. It's hard to judge duration in these circumstances, but I think it must have been between a minute or 2 minutes, which when you're waiting for it to end seems like a very long time.
Indeed, certainly understand that. I mean, in actual fact, Kyung La, our reporter there in Tokyo, thought it might be 4 to 5 minutes, but as you say, it's a very difficult thing to judge the timing of this. Now, what is your situation? Where are you now exactly?
I'm in my office, having been for a walk out in central Tokyo to see what's going on. I'm now in my office monitoring the coverage on Japanese television.
And I
have to say that the central Tokyo is fine from what we've seen. I've walked around for about half an hour. People are calm. A lot of people are still standing around outside, not going into their buildings. But there isn't much damage. The most I saw was a cracked window and a few cracks in the walls. But central Tokyo seems to be all right. Older buildings, I suspect, may have suffered more damage, but it's not obvious from here. The real dramas are clearly in northeast Japan, along the northeast coast. And we're seeing now pictures of large-scale fires. You've seen the water flooding in some of these northeast cities. That's where the damage is concentrated.
Yes, and we have listened to the Japanese Prime Minister, Naoto Kan, appealing to the people of Japan to remain calm. A difficult thing to do, certainly under these circumstances, as you fear, certainly along the coastline, the northeast there, the approach of yet another tsunami. What about people trying to get hold of loved ones, family members? Because I'm seeing a lot of that on my Twitter account, people trying to make contact with their friends and family.
Yes, I think the problem is that the phones are very jammed. Everyone's on their phone, on their mobile. Even the landlines are a bit difficult now. I mean, I was able to get through to my family in the first half hour after this happened. They were all fine. But, you know, the system, I think, is overloaded. I suspect that it's that rather than damage to the telecoms infrastructure. So, you know, there will be a lot of anxiety, particularly for people who have family in these northeastern coastal areas.
Indeed, and of course what's interesting is in the midst of this and all these aftershocks that you're experiencing, and we've been reporting, you know, after the initial 8.9, we've heard of a 6.4, a 6.8, that even so, people are still able to watch their television. The power lines don't appear to